Chicago says welcome. The actions by President Trump turn on the head, upside down, what we stand for.
The city will not be bullied by this administration. The executive orders are counter to our Constitution and a threat to this city's values.
The executive order will not change how we enforce the law in New York City or how we do business on behalf of the people.
I believe in our sanctuary city status. I think there are hundreds of mayors all over this country that are saying the same thing, and we stand united.
So the immigration order of the White House apparently violates the Constitution. That's the position of the court and of these many mayors. What exactly does the Constitution say about immigration? David Cortez is on the Board of Supervisors for Santa Clara County, California, which is a party in the lawsuit, and he joins us now. David, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
So here's the statement that your county issued after this court order. Santa Clara County sent a strong message to the Trump administration today. The county will continue to uphold the U.S. Constitution and protect the rights of all of its residents despite threats. What constitutional rights specifically are you upholding here?
Well, the executive order was riddled with constitutional problems, and according to Judge Orrick, it was a sweeping victory today. We can't hold people as a county without due process, without probable cause, without a warrant in a criminal jail for a civil violation. We knew that. We knew the President of the United States can't usurp the spending powers of the United States Congress and can't interfere with local control by trying to coerce people and counties by threatening to take away billions of dollars of federal funding that's completely unrelated to its policies.
Okay, you packed a lot in that response. Let's go point by point here. Does the Constitution guarantee a right of the illegal aliens to be here in the country?
The Constitution guarantees the right of all persons to due process, regardless of status, and that's pretty clear in a plain reading of the Constitution of the United States.
Do you believe that people in Santa Clara County who are here illegally have a right to be here?
We don't do deportation here. We do criminal law, we do civil law. That's what the state of California allows us to do as a county.
Right.
It's up to ICE and Homeland Security to determine who's entitled to be here and who's not entitled to be here, and we leave that up to them.
Well, what's your opinion? I mean, you all took issue with this executive order. You brought it to court. You're happy with the result. You're celebrating it. Do people in Santa Clara County, California, there illegally have a right to be there, yes or no?
Not the illegals.
I'm telling you that when the President of the United States tells us to detain people without probable cause, without a warrant, without due process in a jail, even though they do not have a criminal record, whether or not the President of the United States tells us to do that is a violation of the Constitution of the United States.
Right, so you're not answering
we're not going to do that.
Exactly.
That's not, of course, what the President's saying. He's saying uphold federal immigration law,
Mm-hmm.
and if you don't, there is going to be a consequence. We're going to take your federal funds away.
Don't cry to me if ISIS kills your people over there.
The federal government has
Dumbass.
no right to tell local governments how to behave. You can't punish
Guys
them
are
if they
stupid.
disobey. So if, I don't know, Jackson, Mississippi decided to resegregate the schools, would it be okay for the administration to pull federal funding?
And we're not talking about desegregation of schools. We're talking about the President of the United States telling us to detain people in criminal jails so that ICE, so that his federal agency can come and interview them when they're good and ready. And the federal courts over the course of the last 2 or 3 years have told us that that's unconstitutional. They've told us that if we do that, we're subject to civil liability. There's several jurisdictions that have been successfully sued for civil liability. But the President of the United States is saying, I don't care what the federal courts say, do it anyway. I want you to do the Secure Communities Program, is what he calls it, a program that was dismantled by Homeland Security voluntarily last year, and this president comes along and says, do it anyway.
No, Obama was a Muslim and he was with ISIS. He funded it.
This is the
Dumbass.
federal immigration laws that were passed by the Congress. These are not regulations that the
That's
executive
right.
branch thought up. Elected members of
That
Congress passed
smug
these
ass
laws,
smirk on
and
his
you're
face.
saying you don't have to follow them, and you can't be punished. And my only point is a very obvious one, which is the federal government continuously tells local governments, you got to follow the law, or else we're going to withhold funds. You see that happen all the time, and you're saying that's no longer the case. We act on our conscience.
Now, this judge says you cannot coerce local governments by withholding funds, especially those funds that are unrelated to the policy objective that you're trying to achieve. That's what this president did. It is the president of the United States. It's an executive order. It wasn't directed at Congress. It was directed at local cities and counties across the country. You had over 400 local cities and counties joined together saying, this is usurpation of power. This violates the Constitution of the United States. It violates separation of powers. Thank God for the judicial branch.
We are talking about the safety of Americans, you dumbass.
When they're not empowered to do so, they're trying. This executive branch is trying to usurp Congress's power.
Please spare me the lecture because you just elided over a fact that you're ignoring, which
Exactly.
is we just had 8 years of this happening.
Obama.
The Obama administration threatened to withdraw federal funds from states that didn't go by its transgender bathroom policies. Was that unconstitutional also?
Well, I'm here to tell you that since 2010, we made the decision here, along with Cook County, 2 counties in the United States of America stood up to Homeland Security and ICE and said, we are not going to hold people in an unconstitutional manner, despite whatever requests you made.
Wow.
We've been vindicated. We're not only vindicated today, we've been vindicated by every court that's looked at the issue.
I'm sorry. I've given you an opportunity to give your editorial. I'd like you to answer my question, which is a very simple one. There's a precedent being set here by a federal judge that states do not have to comply with federal law and can't be punished for not doing so. That is a major departure from where we've been.
He has no balls. He's got to listen to Clinton and Obama.
The Obama administration was right to threaten
Grow some balls, man.
from states that didn't comply with its transgender bathroom laws. That's orders. That's a really simple question.
I'm telling you that this is the first president of the United States that's threatened with an executive order to withhold, in our case, up to $1.7 billion from us. It's unconstitutional.
This is the first president that's taken balls to protect the United States, unlike Obama, who's a Muslim, you asshole.
It is true.
He put America's safety in despair, and so did Clinton.
With Planned Parenthood funding, the Carter administration threatened with federal funds for people who didn't obey the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. This has been going on a long time, and you're saying that because you don't like a law, you don't have to comply with it. But every other taxpayer in America still has to send you money. So where does this come from? This is a brand new thing. At least
George Soros, Clinton,
It doesn't matter what I say.
Obama.
The federal courts today acted. They said what we already knew, and what you should know is that the Constitution.
Oh, don't worry, honey. President Trump's going to take care of it.
It's paramount. Whatever you're talking about.
Yep, but when ISIS blows your ass up or your people over there, don't fucking cry to us, dick.
When you ignore them, does the federal government have a right to punish you? And you're saying no. What you're saying is basically California's its own country now. And if that's the way you want to go, good luck defending your borders, I guess would be my
Great going, Tucker.
California is leading the country in the right direction because we're
No,
on
it's
the
not.
Constitution of the United States, and there's a whole bunch of
You got
people
too
across
many
the country that believe that are following
liberals.
We're happy to be in the lead. We're fortunate to have won this case today.
Supervisor Curtis, thanks for joining us. So
Thank you.
President Obama made 400